Hiya. So glad to be back home. I don't know. Yes, I told you last time that Monday week I was going to have my left knee replaced. This was a scary proposition because um, the right one that I had done in 2020 wasn't a great experience because it was trying to fix a 30-year-old workers' comp uh, injury with lots of scar tissue, and it was really horrible. I was in hospital for a month, and you know, recovery was really slow. It's still not great, but it's better than what I had. So, so going in to have the left one done was really quite a. It made me very apprehensive because I didn't know what to expect. The surgeon said that he was very optimistic that it would be fine because it had only had one minor surgery 10 years ago. So there shouldn't be the uh, scar tissue that there was on the other one. And so this was it. I opted to go and have my surgery at Warners Bay private instead of through the public system because I spent so much time at Warners Bay with the other knee. I felt very confident in their surgical unit and the staff there, and I was proven right yet again. Thankfully, with this surgery, I can't say enough wonderful things about the staff and the hospital and the admin and the cleaners and the dietitians and the food people, prep people. The whole experience was made that much less awful because of the professionalism and wonderful people as a whole who work in that hospital. It was a really, really good experience. And I'm not saying that the public system, because it happens, the same surgeon operates at the John Hunter. I'm not saying that they weren't just as professional if you have it done there. I'm not saying that at all. I've been to the John for various other things, and it was all really good. Um, but I just I just needed to do this, and because of coronavirus and we hadn't been on holidays for 3 years, I had the money saved up. So I thought it was well worth it. It was well worth the money to stay there for the week and get it done there. Recovery so far has been very uneventful, thankfully. I was up the next day. I had a shower the day after that. I was unhooked from everything the day after that except for the nerve block. And by Saturday, I was roaming free. And Sunday, they said that I was fine to go home, which I did. Um, a 7-hour drive back to Wagga wasn't that much fun, but I'm home now, and I'm really quite um, confident getting around the house. I can shower and dress and feed myself. So, which is the three things you have to be able to do in order for them to let you get out of hospital. The bit that I want to talk about, though, is the bit that happened after I got home. With my right leg, I went, as I said, it's covered by work cover, and I went to a particular physio, and they were all consuming and all wonderfulness in their pursuit of my recovery. And I can't help thinking that this was because it was covered by work cover. Because when I got there this time, which is I'm self-funding this one because it's not work cover, and so it's partially funded by Medicare. I went to the same physio because I'd had such a great experience with my recovery last time. Yeah, not so much, not so much. And really, if this is the kind of situation that's happening with the public system care, you can keep it, quite frankly, because I don't think much of it. I went in and there was just this one bed, the up and down lowery bed in the corner, and I've just gotten confident enough to wait there on it. So there's no going anywhere without crutches. There's no nothing. It's I can stand up and put full weight on it if I'm holding on to something else. But there's no just wandering around, throwing the crutches and wandering around. There's none of that. So yeah, he plonked himself down in the corner at his little desk with his little computer, and said, "Right, get up on the bed." And I went, "Oh, I'll need a little bit of," and he was already tapping away at his little computer. I'm like, "Right, didn't bring my leg lifter in, can't lift the leg." Right. So I had to maneuver it up onto the bed myself with no assistance, and which was already a great start. And he didn't actually look at it. He didn't touch it. He didn't say anything. He just went, right. And, because the thing that was really annoying to start with is that I've been going to this physio. I'm still going to this place for physio with the right one. So I've been going to this place for physio for 2 years. 2 years. So when I fronted up and made this appointment, they've said, "Oh, can you fill this in?" I'm like, "I've already filled this in when I started in 2020. "Oh, well, you've got to fill it in again because it's a different injury." I'm like, "But everything is the same. I haven't turned into a different person since I came week before last. Everything is the same. It's just the left instead of the right. Just fill it in." And I went, "Okay." So then she just handed it to me over the counter, and I'm just like, how am I supposed to get to the chair with 2 crutches holding? So I just left it on the counter and went and sat on the chair. It's like, screw you. If you want me to fill this ridiculous nonsense in again, then you are going to have to bring it to me. So then there was a to bring the thing round, that take the 6 steps from reception to where I was sitting. And I thought, righto. So I filled it in. Then the physio came out and he said, "Righto, let's go." And I said, "Oh, would you mind handing this back to the girls?" Fine. And, I didn't have an ingrown toenail removed. I had a knee replacement. And so I'm just like, and I just gave it to him and just gave him this, "It's up to you how long this takes. Or I can just dump it on the floor and they can come and get it again." That 6 steps is a real bitch from behind reception. And so we went in, like I said, he started his little computer tapping away, get up on the bed, and he just came over, stuffed a towel under it. Great, thanks. No, because I can't take painkillers. I've done 2 knee replacements on nothing but ice and 2 Panadol every 4 hours. So when it gets a little bit ouchy, it's not like I can just whip in an endone and just feel happy for a couple of hours. It's, it's all about discomfort and feeling a bit shit for me all the time at the moment. So that annoyed me. And then he's going, "Okay, well, you've got to," and squash it down and blah, blah, blah. And just when I left, the day before I left, the physio in the hospital came around and said, "Oh, you've just got to start trying to do this." He said, "You won't be able to do anything. It's, this takes at least 2 weeks to get moving." But he said, "Just try to start getting it so that you can scrunch your knee up so you can start pressing down on the bed to try and flatten it." And I'm like, righto. And this yokel comes in, stuffs a towel under it and says, he's like, "What, you're not trying hard enough." It's like, they didn't take the nerve block out until Friday. Surgery was a week ago. Exactly what do you think I'm going to be achieving in here? And he's like, "Right, get off the bed." And I'm just, no help again. So then I had to manhandle myself off the bed. And then he said, "Okay, up against the wall with your hands at chest height, and you've got to do this, and you've got to do this, and blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, right. So you're telling somebody with mobility issues who can't put full weight on a leg that hasn't learned to work yet to start marching up and down. Wall. Nothing to hold on to because it's a wall. And I'm just like, this just gets better and better. And then, he looked at his watch and said, "Okay, time's up," and just got up and left the room. And I'm like, and I was standing at the wall with my crutches all the way over to Blazers in the corner. And I'm like, I'll just go get them myself then, shall I? But yes, let's do that. And so, I eventually got my crutches, got myself sorted out, went back out into the reception area, and and less than half an hour, no touching, no looking, no nothing, and that'll be $102, thanks. And I'm just like, not sorry, I only get 5 of these. This is yeah, this is a lot different from last time when I was in there for 3/4 of an hour at a stretch, and there was all the massaging and the squishy boot machine and all the fun stuff. But no, apparently when you're paying for this yourself, you get budget Barbie camper minimum amount of situation going. It's just the difference in the treatment, because it was just so different, and it's the same person. It's the same person who was my physio for the right one, and it's like I really got the distinct impression that was it really necessary? Did you really need to do this? And now you're behaving like a bit of a sook. Stop being a sook. Just do your exercises, and I really don't have time for this. I have people who are actually important that we can bill vast amounts of money for. We get nothing out of you, so hit the road. So that was quite disappointing. It was really quite a wake-up call for me. And if I can possibly get out of only going the next 2 appointments that I've got booked in, I will be doing that, because this is really, I'm already dreading it, and I don't have to go again. Like, I've got my right leg physio on Friday, as in tomorrow, but yeah, I'm already dreading next Tuesday. I'm already dreading it. So, it's, and I don't know if you get any better if you're in private health, and you're not just a pauper who's on the public system. I don't know how that works. Maybe this person has just gone from the happy-go-lucky professional person who went into the healthcare system to want to help and heal people to an angry, bitter, slightly jaded asshat. So that's it. But everything besides that, everything is going great, and I have just reached the level where this has decided we have to go back on the bed for a half an hour or so. So I hope you're having a great week. Hope last week and last weekend were good for you. Hope this weekend is great, and hopefully I'll have something very interesting to talk about next week. All right, so smiles, hugs, and catch you soon. Bye.